Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today is a very unique and special video. It is not going to be your typical pick a card. Instead, as you can tell behind me is my Christmas tree. And if you guys were around here in October, I did a Halloween decor tour and combination Halloween collective reading. This video is going to be very similar, except the theme here is, lo and behold, you guessed it right, Christmas. So this is going to be a Christmas decor tour of my place. Same place in Colorado and everything, but all the Halloween stuff is down and obviously all the Christmas stuff is up. So I'm going to take you guys on a little tour of my apartment and how I do up Christmas around here, because believe me, it is like the North Pole just threw up everywhere. But it's a lot of fun. I have like a ton of trees. It's like a Christmas tree forest in here. This one, of course, is the biggest one, but there's a lot of others. Shadow is down here. He obviously wants to say hello. So I'm going to pick him up for a minute. Here he is. He says hi. He says hello. So yeah, he's making an appearance, impromptu dog appearance. That's always very important for any video. But yeah, that's what this video is going to be. And then the second half of this video is going to be, it is going to be a Christmas collective reading for the holiday season for you guys. So if you are not interested in the Christmas decor tour, that's totally okay. I will not be offended by that. You can dive straight into the collective reading by going to the timestamp down below and see what is in store for you this upcoming holiday season. As always, if the message doesn't flow, let it go. But if it does resonate, you will definitely know. So take the stuff out of that reading that makes sense for you, because there's probably going to be bits and pieces that everyone can take a little bit of something from. Anyways, so that is our video for today, our reading for today. So before we get into the Christmas decor tour and of course the Christmas collective reading in the second half of this video, I just wanted to ask you guys really quick if you could please give this video a big thumbs up, because that helps me out a lot here right on this YouTube algorithm thing. And if I resonate with you as a reader, I invite you, of course, to go ahead and subscribe and hit that notification bell, because that way then you will be up to date and you will be in the know every time a brand new video goes up, or just any important significant update that there is to share. You guys will be the first to know, which is a good thing to have, of course. And, you know, let's have this be an interactive experience. I want to hear from you guys, and let's communicate, let's chat, let's build connections here on YouTube. So drop me a comment down below. You know, let me know, for example, like, when do you decorate for Christmas? My decorations have been up since November 3rd. So when do you decorate? And like, what is the thing that you are looking forward the most to this holiday season? What are some of your favorite traditions? So, you know, let's chat, let's talk, drop me a comment down below. Like I said, let's make this an interactive experience. So yeah. And also, of course, I invite you guys to check out my website, shadowandshine.com. If you are interested in your own personal reading, that is the place to go. I offer a variety of readings right over there on my website for all kinds of budgets, whether you need just like a simple, quick little image reading. There's a very express kind of same day type of reading. And there's more in-depth ones too, like YouTube Unlisted link readings that you would get, you know, right here on YouTube, obviously, that would be much more in-depth. Zoom readings, there's all kinds of stuff there. So I would definitely check that out if I do resonate with you as a reader and you're looking for a little bit more guidance for your own journey on a more personal, in-depth level. It is definitely my heart to help people, and, you know, 'tis the season with Christmas and stuff, obviously. So, you know, if you're interested in that, that's where to go. Also, if you guys are interested in grabbing one of my oracle decks, I have 3 oracle decks out now. Written in the Stars, which is messages in life and love with a pop culture twist. Fallin For You, which is my autumn-themed oracle deck, and now my brand newest one, which is a magical Christmas, and that is, of course, a holiday-themed deck. So if you're interested in snagging up one of those babies for yourself, to either just read for yourself or read for friends, or if you have clients that maybe you read for as well, it is a wonderful addition for anyone's collection. It doesn't matter whether you're a beginning stage reader or if you are very experienced and have been doing this for a really long time. So, oracle decks or readings, shadowandshine.com. That is your one-stop shop for it all. And one last thing I want to invite you guys to is my Patreon. So the really cool thing about Patreon is it's more so of a community. It's more so of a community to connect with other like-hearted people and to, receive encouragement and support from other people, who are kind of aligned on a similar type of journey as you. So definitely I invite you to join my Patreon. It's also a good budget-friendly option if you can't afford to get a private personal reading, because you get collective readings through the Patreon, and that's going to be narrowed down to even a more so specific group. So it will likely still have messages that will resonate for you, even more so than anything that you would find on YouTube or Instagram or TikTok or anything like that. That's just free for all for everyone. So memberships there start as low as $1.11 per month. Starting at that rate, you will get a weekly card pull. But then once you go up to the $5.55 tier per month, you get a daily card pull, as well as access to the Discord server, which is kind of like where all the community stuff kind of happens. And then there are more tiers above and beyond that, obviously, and the higher up in tiers you go, naturally, the more perks you get. So if Patreon is something you're interested in, I definitely welcome you to do that. And just so you guys know, for the first 10 people who sign up for my Patreon at the $5.55 tier level, they will be entered into a drawing to win a copy of my autumn-themed oracle deck, Fallin For You. So that's a pretty good deal. You could join, cheap and easy. That's like, a coffee, like less than a coffee, once a month. And you might wind up winning a really cool super deck. So anyways, yeah. This, by the way, you guys, is Fallin For You. And this is the oracle deck that you might win if you join my Patreon at the $5.55 tier or higher. And you're in that first 10 people who join. So this may wind up being yours. It comes in this nice, pretty little tin, and there's like 77 cards in here, all autumn themed. So this could be yours. Okay, anyways, that's basically all the updates. I have yammered on long enough, so let's go check out some really cool Christmas decorations. And like I said, if you want to just jump straight into the collective reading, go to that timestamp down below, and let's get into it, you guys. Time for some Christmasing. Okay, so as we come to my apartment, the first thing we are greeted with is my Christmas wreath. I've had this wreath for years. It's from Target. It's the ornaments on it are, of course, shatterproof. And now we're gonna go inside. I was speaking so quietly outside because it's like going on midnight right now. And I am recording this Christmas decor tour video, and I didn't want to be too loud outside for my neighbors. So this is a little vase thing from Home Goods. That's not the Christmassy thing, but the Christmassy thing is definitely the little wreath that's around it. I've had that for years. It's from Bath and Body Works, actually. It was supposed to go with like one of their candles, one of their 3-wick candles, but yeah, I keep it. It sheds a lot of glitter, but it is super pretty. As you can tell, it's very shiny, very sparkly. But honestly, that sits out all year round. So I don't ever really remove it or get rid of it. And then next to that, we have the Christmas palm tree. It reminds me of my days that I lived in California. So there's that. Things are kind of a mess in here just because I'm going to be heading out of town soon for the holidays. So pardon the mess. Like these are the boxes. These are the boxes and stuff from storage. So, you know, that's fun. We have Deck the Paws for the puppies. What are you guys doing? Sounded like somebody was eating something. So, oh, let's see. Up here, we have this. It's like a modern day, it's not mistletoe, but it's similar to mistletoe. But it has like this little diamond thing in it. I forget what they call it, but they have these like everywhere. They're like at Michael's and stuff. So I have one of those hanging from my ceiling fan. And you know what? Hold on. I'm going to get a step stool. So now we are at the top of my little pantry. And we have a pink Christmas tree up here. We have 2 swans. We have a turquoise teal colored reindeer, the sign joy, the sign faith, which looks like a little Christmas tree for the A, and a pink reindeer. So that's what's hanging out at the top of this, keeping it all decorated. And then I have garland like going up and down the whole area, the whole thing. So that is the pantry, obviously. It makes things a little bit more Christmassy. I don't have a lot of Christmas decorations by my desk and altar where I do readings, simply because I have so many Christmas lights and garland that's there all year. I didn't feel like I needed to put any other Christmas decor there. But now we are in the kitchen and we are at the oven, and this is what we have at the oven. That little Santa Claus, a sign saying, "Baby, it's cold outside." And it's beginning to look a latte like Christmas. And that's very similar to the pumpkin spice one that I have for the fall. Both of those are from Michael's. So there we go. And then over here on the wall, we have this little reindeer sign that says, "Walking in a Winter Wonderland." My kitchen counter is a mess right now, so we're going to ignore that and move on to my living room. And we have a "Let It Snow" sign and a very sparkly "Merry Christmas" sign in the living room. We're towards the back of the living room right now. I've got some garland up here. I kind of just spring garland, you know, up just about anywhere. These Christmas lights actually stay up all year round, so that's nothing too terribly unique or different. We have a stocking right here and a little joy ornament sign, and a home for the holiday sign. Many, many sparkly things, as you guys can see. Now this, I literally just got today, and this is a brand new reindeer. It's similar to the other 2 who are sitting up on top of the pantry right now. But he actually has iridescent white sequins on him and pink antlers. So he is super pretty. So he came home today. Very pretty indeed. kitchen counter. But I do have garland strung up right here over by the kitchen. And the lights, I actually leave those up all year long. But I thought the garland being strung up over by the kitchen looked pretty cool too. Now we are over by the fireplace and the TV. And we have this little concoction here. During the fall, there were a bunch of like fall leaves and fall flowers in here inside this large vase thing here. That is from Home Goods. But now we have a bunch of candy in here, as well as a large cupcake, as you can see right there. So, you know, we got like a Candyland thing going on. And then on the shelving back here, it's a little dark, but there's like a little stocking with a bear inside of it. A I'll be home for Christmas sign with the state of Illinois there because I'm originally from Chicago and that is where I go home for the holidays. And a little Santa Claus up there. So that's kind of all hanging out in that shelving unit. And then we have the mantle. So my fireplace is down here. I don't really use my fireplace, but we got some garland down there. Then we have the mantle, which has more garland on it. And like several stockings, lots of stockings that are pretty much mine. But I'm walking through some dog toys, trying to maneuver my way through this here. But yeah, so here are my stockings. And on top of the mantle in front of the TV here, we have like this little Santa hamster thing. It used to play music. I don't know if it still does. And then a snowman, and we have like a little turkey for Thanksgiving. And we have another pretty little Christmas reindeer. My Children Bark, that's there all year round. An H that's sitting on top of one of the stocking holders here. The H is obviously for my name, and there's a picture of Shadow and Tinkerbell on one of our hikes. And this is all by the TV. The pink garland, that sits there all year round. So, yeah. But that is what's happening by the TV. And then, of course, we have pink Christmas lights surrounding the TV. But that's something, once again, that's also there all year round. I'll just kind of back up for a minute. Hopefully not fall down from tripping into some dog toys. But there we go. There is the TV and the mantle and the stockings and all that good stuff. And now we move on to the really good thing, the Christmas tree. Okay, I actually went ahead and turned the light off behind the Christmas tree so we could kind of bask in its glow and its glory a little bit more. But let's get a little bit closer. This is honestly my favorite part to show off. So starting at the top, we have my Christmas star, obviously, and it reflects like that up on the ceiling. I've had it for years. It's so cool. I'm just going to point out a few favorite ornaments here as we kind of come down. We have this pink Starbucks ornament, Apple Jacks from My Little Pony, my Kits in LA ornament. We have that same reindeer from Target, but he's just in the tree this time. We have Ariel from The Little Mermaid. We have another pink sparkly type creature, but it is a unicorn. We have a doggy ornament, My First Christmas, that's actually shadows. A Los Angeles ornament next to that, which is very fitting because he is from LA. A cupcake ornament. This ornament is just really pretty. Shatterproof. A pair of mittens hanging out here. A very long candy cane on the Christmas tree. Cinderella's carriage ride from the ball, very sparkly. As you can tell, I really like the sparkle. We've got a lot of that. Let's get blitzing. We've got some rosé all day. We've got some wine. All right, this ornament is just plain old hilarious. It's from 2020, obviously. It reflects the sign of the times back then. We have Edward and Bella from Twilight. Jacob is actually on the other side of that, if you're Team Jacob. We have some Care Bears. This one is obviously very special. Me and Shadow, our first Christmas together. We have another My Little Pony ornament. The best way to spread Christmas cheer is singing loud for all to hear, Buddy the Elf. An October ornament because I was born in October. This ornament is just super cool. It's pink and gold with a heart and wings. I just think it's super cool. Once again, it's all glittery and stuff. We have the Friends couch from Central Perk. Very appropriate, of course, in honor of Matthew Perry this year, but I got it like a few years ago. It's not new. Let's see. Boys to Men, 1996. That's obviously a very old ornament. And then we have my 98 degrees ornaments. I have several of these. So there's this one, which is like a little snow globe. And it's also a magnet. It can go on the fridge. And we have this 98 degrees ornament, which is just a ball. I mean, they are my boys. Oh, we've got Elf here. Elf on a VHS tape. It's like an antique. And we have 98 degrees at Christmas 2017. So all of my 98 degrees ornaments, of course, go towards the front. And we have a little Beanie Baby. And we have a Key to Disneyland. My Key to Disneyland ornament, obviously from Disneyland. Trying to think if there are any other special, important ornaments I want to show off here. We have this pretty flying unicorn Pegasus. We've got some nail polish. That's a pretty purple ball ornament, shatterproof, of course. We've got some crystals. Here's some clear quartz on the tree. I mean, you know, the tree needs to have crystals, right? Everybody needs good vibes. We've got this horse with this feather coming out of its head. A pretty sparkly blue owl. I don't know. I feel like there's more. I just don't know what else to show you guys. Oh, this gold star is really pretty. A Chicago ornament. Where are my other crystal ornaments? There should be something else. I'm just not exactly quite sure where I put them. But they're in here somewhere. Anyways, those are some of my favorite Christmas ornaments on my tree. In particular, it's from Michael's. I got it last year. It is 7 feet tall and it is multicolored pre-lit. And there's a few things under the tree too, so we can look at that really quickly as well. So under the tree, we have a very mini Christmas village. We have a barber on the left and a greenhouse and Santa's claws and paws for doggy adoptions. And then we have just some random Christmas stuff. Honestly, majority of these things are like ornaments that have broken from the past that cannot be hung on the tree, but I didn't want to part with. And there's a gold box back there that says Merry Christmas, and a sign back there that says Believe. So, yeah, the bottom of the tree is honestly kind of busy. There's even a little nativity sign or scene underneath the tree. So, yes, very busy tree. And once again, well, the barber shop and the greenhouse are actually hand-me-downs, but Santa Claus and Paws is also from Michael's last year. So if you like them, check out Michael's. Maybe they're there this year too. I don't know. So that is my Christmas tree in a nutshell. And now we are going to take a little adventure down the hallway and see what's happening down there, because we're not done yet. There's more Christmas stuff yet to come. I almost forgot these guys sitting behind my Christmas tree. We have a piece of fruitcake and a cup of eggnog, and there's actually a magnet between the two of them. So, see, they're literally drawn to each other. So these guys are sitting here. They're sitting next to this goofy turkey who's ready for Thanksgiving. And we have one of these sparkling pink cones that is supposed to look like a Christmas tree. It does light up, but I don't have the battery-operated lights currently going right now. This is something from Home Goods, because Home Goods has tons of these guys out, like all the time. So, yeah, these guys are all sitting behind the tree. Now we are going down the hallway towards the bathroom, and to our left, the first thing we see is this gorgeous peppermint Minnie Mouse wreath wall hanging thing. I got it at Disneyland several years ago, and it's just so cute. It's so pretty. It's so sparkly. How can we not? There's not too terribly much on this wall Christmas-wise. We do have another stocking here, and up in the doorway here we do have some mistletoe. But let's turn to our right and go into the bathroom. The bathroom is honestly pretty simple. When we first walk in, we see this joy sign with backwards Y. Don't ask me why. This has been in my family for like ever. Like I remember this being up when I was a baby inside the house. So now I have it. But anyways, so you see this sign when you first walk into the bathroom, and there is a Santa who is hanging here on the doorknob when you walk in. And like every single room has a Christmas tree in it. The star of this one changes colors. It is battery operated. But we have a mini tabletop tree, of course, in the bathroom here because, you know, you gotta have a mini tree when you pee and when you shower. So, there we go. Alright, now leaving the bathroom, and let's journey once again to the right and go into my bedroom. To enter my bedroom, you will find the 4-foot multicolored pre-lit Christmas tree with this lovely silver and gray tree skirt here. That's the first thing you will see when you walk right in. This Christmas tree is still lovely. The star does not light up, obviously. It is just a regular sparkly silver one to match with the garland. The ornaments are still lovely, but I will say that these are probably not the favorite ones, or they're duplicates of ones from like the other tree, because like the other tree has this candy cane on it. The other tree, as you know, has another Ariel, the Little Mermaid, on it. So we have duplicates on this tree, or just not necessarily the favorited ornaments, but it's still a very special tree. It's still very precious. It still has a lot of good stuff on it. So that is that Christmas tree. It's very nice to have that. The tree isn't the only thing getting lit this year. See, like we have another Starbucks one here. This one is actually Disneyland Starbucks. See, we have Disneyland on the other side of it. And just like we have the pink and gold ornament with the wings that are sparkly on the other tree, this one is blue and silver. And we have more mini mini stockings kind of hung up everywhere in here. So we have those, more mini stockings, more garland that is strung up everywhere. And we have another tabletop tree, but this one is sitting like all the way on top of the hutch of my desk. And we have some jingle bells and some Christmas lights. Those are all from Disneyland. The Christmas lights and the jingle bells, they're all from Disneyland. Like, obviously, we have mouse ears everywhere because there's so much Disneyland stuff in general. And then we have, I feel like I should go turn the light off in here to show you guys this part. We got a couple more stockings hanging over there. And if we turn the light off, there we go. You guys can see, number one, you can see the reflection of the Christmas tree in the window. But I also have in the window, strung up there, I have a bunch of colorful lights strung up with suction cups. I'm like, where are my words? Suction cups, but yeah, so that's really pretty. So at night, it's like really nice to fall asleep. Blinds closed, obviously, but with the Christmas lights on in the window and the glow of the 4-foot Christmas tree as I go to sleep here in my bed, which looks completely dark, but it's there. So that's basically that. But in terms of outdoor decor, that's not all I have. Let's go outside and see what is on my patio side. And it is fully decked out here too. So first we have 2 tabletop trees. One has white lights. The other one has colored lights. I'm crunching some leaves, obviously, as well. And we have like big, colorful Christmas bulbs everywhere here. This is actually a shower curtain. It says, always remember you are braver than, always remember you are braver than you believe. I'm distracted by the lights. Stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think. And loved more than you know. So that's actually a shower curtain, but it actually hangs there pretty well. So that stays all year round, obviously. But over here, we have a large candy cane hanging out. That's from Hobby Lobby. And we have these hanging star colorful Christmas lights. Those are off of Amazon, actually, and that's what that flickering was earlier, because they fade in and out of color, they twinkle, they blink, they have all kinds of modes. And we still have like more big Christmas lights here. And we also have a, it's hard to maneuver. Crunch, crunch, crunch. We have another one of those suckers that is hanging here, like a little peppermint lollipop thing hanging as well. So, yeah, and then as we turn around, we have Mickey Mouse hanging out here and all the leaves. I know, crunch, crunch, crunch. And then over to this side, let me back up a little bit here. We have the all white lights Christmas willow tree. So that just kind of sparkles and twinkles right there. The colorful large Christmas lights honestly kind of just like surround the whole patio, but yeah, so we got everything going on. We got willow Christmas trees, we've got Mickey Mouse, we've got Tinkerbell in there, we've got tabletop trees, both white lights and colored lights, we've got the big colorful bulbs, we've got candy canes, we've got colorful stars. It's a whole thing. And I'll show you guys this view also from like out like there, like out that way. Not from the perspective of standing on my patio, but looking up at it. So yeah, we'll do that next. Distance. This is the only way to kind of see it in full, but it's still kind of hard to see it. I am going to get closer, but this is how it looks from a distance. Okay, finally, here we are downstairs in front of my apartment, and this is my bedroom window where the Christmas lights are that are suction cupped to it that we saw from the inside. And here is my lovely balcony. You can see it a little bit clearer from here. I'm going to go to the other side though, because there's this annoying white light on the right, which makes it hard to see it. But you can kind of see the willow tree, the Christmas willow tree to the left. That was shadow shaking. So I'm going to go to the other side so we can see it without that bright white light kind of affecting things. There, see, that's better. So this is like right in front of my apartment, to the right a little bit, so that white pesky light isn't in the way. But this is basically what people see when they're walking by on the outside, not actually up by my apartment. And there are the rainbow starlights flickering and going crazy. So that is the Christmas decor tour, you guys. Inside, outside, many trees and all. I'm officially going to get into the collective reading now. So stay tuned, because that is coming up in literally 3, 2, 1. And here we are at the second half of this video, this being the collective reading portion of the video. So if you just jumped straight on in from the timestamp, hello, welcome to the collective reading. And if you have been here the whole time, obviously we just finished doing the Christmas decor tour of my apartment. And now we're going to dive into this holiday collective reading for all of you guys. And once again, you know, this is a collective message, so some messages may not resonate for you, others may. So take what makes sense for your life and your situation, leave the stuff behind that doesn't, and that's what matters the most. So let's dive in. Now, as I mentioned, I'm going to be pulling cards from A Magical Christmas, which is my very own oracle deck, and let's get into it. It comes in this very nice, fancy-dancy tin container. Keeps it nice and safe and cozy. And we're doing every card except for the last one, because the last one is not a card for reading. It is a card that basically just says, thank you for your business. with all the different ways you can find me and contact me, my website, social media, all that stuff. So that card we're going to put right back in here. And the rest we are going to shuffle to see what comes through. All right. What does this group need to know the most at this time for the holiday season? What is going on? What is the word? Is the bird the word? I don't know. Okay. Okay. That's an interesting start to this reading. Coal in your stocking. Have you been a bad boy? Have you been a bad girl? But no, I'm kidding. Anyways, obviously coal in your stocking is usually not like the best of things. It's usually not something that you want to have. It usually means you're on the naughty list, obviously. So, with this card coming through, we're going to pull some more cards, obviously, to see exactly who this may pertain to. It could be you. I mean, I'm not going to say it's not. I'm not going to sugarcoat this for you here and say, oh, no, it's not you. It's definitely someone else in your life. It could be you who's getting coal in your stocking. I mean, if you haven't been very nice to people lately, karma has your address, karma knows where you live, karma's going to come down and get you. But it doesn't have to be. There is always the potential this could be about someone that is around you in your life, but that's why we're going to dive into this a little bit deeper. So let me put down this coal in your stocking card, put it in view here so we can still see it, and let's get some more context. All right, we already got one jumping out here. Stingy Grinchy. Oh my God. Well, I do feel like we're getting more context. I feel like we're getting the motives here. We're getting the inspiration. We're getting the reason as to why the person's energy that we're tapping into here, as to why this person may be getting coal in their stocking. So once again, I don't know who this is about specifically. More information will probably come out as we go along here. But whoever's energy we are tapped into here, whether it is yours or someone else that is around you, this is a person who has not been generous. They've been very stingy. They've been selfish. And they have really only been considering themselves. It's like, you know, no one else matters. And because of this inconsiderate attitude, that's why they may be getting some stuff coming towards them they may not necessarily want to have coming their way. So I almost kind of get like this narcissistic kind of essence is what we're talking about here. Someone who only thinks of themselves. Someone who lacks empathy, in a sense, to be there for others. So this could be stingy in time, stingy in money, stingy in effort, stingy in communication. So wherever there's definitely a withholding, where there's an area of life where they are not being generous, is what it comes down to. So that's very telling. That's very telling. So let's get some more information. Maybe we can find out who this person is. Who is the stingy Grinch? Who is the stingy Grinch who's getting coal in their stocking this year? Like, oh my gosh. All right. Tell us something here. What do we got? Meet me under the mistletoe. Now that's quite the flip of the switch, right? So nothing about this obviously says stingy or grinchy or coal in your stocking. However, if we are referencing mistletoe and we have this adorable couple here, you know, they look very happy and smiley and they're under the mistletoe and everything, it does tell me that whoever is being this stingy Grinch, who basically karma's going to be delivering some unpleasant presents to them, it does tell me that this is probably in regards to a romantic connection. So, and it's funny because I've been talking to a lot of people lately about the twin flame journey. It's something I really haven't heavily gotten into and discussed here on my channel in a long time. In a weird way, I've kind of avoided doing love readings for a while, but that might be changing. That's something I'm still working through on both personal levels and involving how I want to frame things for my business. But in general, I have been having a lot of interesting conversations regarding love and relationships and twin flames and those kinds of things, and how there can be obviously narcissistic tendencies in those connections. Not saying that's healthy and that's something you should be in at all, obviously, definitely not. However, I do feel like if this is a romantic connection, I mean, chances are, if you're here, sitting here watching this reading right now, you're probably someone who is already pretty awake and pretty aware, and I don't feel like you're someone who's going to be the one lacking empathy, but I do feel that if you are an empathetic person, it's highly likely that you may attract someone who is narcissistic or has narcissistic tendencies and qualities. Not that they are technically diagnosed with it. We all have narcissism to some level, to some degree. It's a human quality that we all have. It's a spectrum. It's a spectrum, like with all things. So, yeah, I feel like this person they just may be a little bit heavier on the narcissistic side of that spectrum, even if they are not full-blown diagnosed or anything like that. So I feel like this is about a romantic connection, and this person has probably been stingy when it comes down to their love, when it comes down to their communication about your relationship, when it comes down to time, effort, like you may put in a lot more effort than they do, just different things like that. But, they're still going to be expecting to meet you under the mistletoe, that kind of thing. So that's very interesting. Okay. I feel like we got an onion here. We're peeling back the layers. Oh, okay. Well, this doesn't really have anything to do, I feel like, with what we have going on here. But we do have attending or performing in a Christmas pageant. So this is kind of about, like, I mean, you could quite literally be doing this. You could be attending or performing in a Christmas pageant, but I feel like it's also just kind of like participating in Christmas activities. Specifically, it could be just like religious activities in general. Even if you're not someone who celebrates Christmas, maybe you're someone who's Jewish, for example, and you're going to be celebrating Hanukkah coming up. Just different things like that. All right, what else do we need to know here? What else is going on? I'm specifically more curious to know about this stingy Grinch who is getting coal in their stocking. But hey, however Spirit wants to lead this is where we're going. Okay. So we have time for yourself, home alone. Okay, so I feel like Spirit's giving a little bit of guidance here now. A little bit of direction if you are dealing with this stingy Grinch who is not reciprocating properly here, not putting in equal effort. Rather than focusing on them, their coal is coming. Their coal is coming in their stocking, and they're going to have to, they've made their bed, they got to lie in it, kind of a thing. However, you don't worry about them. You take care of you. Spend some time on your own, by yourself. And I'm not saying spend the holidays alone, by all means, enjoy the holidays with friends and family and other people in your life who love you and care about you and who are not stingy with their time and their effort and their emotions towards you. But the most important thing you can do is not be stingy in terms of time and love and attention towards yourself. Shower yourself with self-love. Shower yourself with self-care and time for yourself is what it comes down to. That's why this card says time for yourself, home alone. And really, I mean, if you look at the girl on the card, she is not upset at all about spending time by herself. She has a big-ass smile on her face. She is holding a plate of homemade Christmas cookies and a glass of wine in her hand, and with her Christmas tree behind her and everything. She looks like she's gonna have a really fun time, a really nice time all on her own for the night or the season or whatever it is that her plans are. So, you know, that's the kind of energy we should be tapping into. That's the kind of energy we should be aiming for in caring for ourselves, especially if someone else isn't able to rise up to that. You know what? Too bad, so sad. That's their loss. They're going to be crying because they're going to be having coal in their stocking, and I would not want to be in their position, that's for sure. So you just enjoy that glass of wine and those homemade cookies. I think it's interesting in that picture that it's like wine and cookies. It's an odd combination. I mean, I get that they're throwing the Christmas cookies in there because it's like a Christmas thing and everything, but I feel like it would have been more appropriate for her to be holding like a glass of milk or eggnog or something like that. Merry madness and mayhem. So I feel like if you're not taking that time to take care of yourself, you're going to be letting this person drive you crazy and get in your head and drive you nuts is what it all comes down to. This merry mayhem ain't merry. It ain't merry, not at all. And, you know, like I do, like this, I feel like this reading is almost kind of going in like a holiday-esque crazy twin flame situation, which was not my intention at all in this reading, but you know, what Spirit wants to say, Spirit wants to say. And if it is like a twin flame kind of thing, this person's going to drive you up a wall. And you don't need that for your holiday season. The holiday season is supposed to be relaxed and enjoyable and full of magic and hope and all these good things. So, you know, don't let this person drive you crazy. We ain't got no time for that. We're not entertaining that. All right, what else do we need to know? What else is happening this holiday season? Oh, okay, we just had two that decided to flip out here. All right, so I'm going to take this one first because it's right side up. And we have Noel. Reminders ring a bell. So obviously Spirit is trying to remind you of something here. Spirit is trying to remind you of something. Maybe we're going to get a little hint as to what we're being reminded of here. And we have enjoying traditions. So I feel like Spirit is giving you a hint. It's giving you a clue. Another clue aside from spending time with yourself. Spirit's giving you another clue to beat the merry madness and mayhem that your stingy Grinch may bring you this year. So the reminder here, basically, is to enjoy the traditions that you already have. Probably traditions that you have had in place in your life, even before they even came into your life. You know, like if you have traditions of driving around and seeing Christmas lights with friends or family, go do that. If you have a tradition of going ice skating or something like that, go do that. If you have a tradition of baking cookies and watching certain Christmas movies with certain people, or opening up, like, you know, some people open like one Christmas present on Christmas Eve and then the rest Christmas morning or whatever. Like, there are so many different traditions out there that people have. And I feel like if you remember what those traditions are that you hold near and dear to your heart, and you participate in those with your loved ones and with other people who are already there for you in your life, it's going to help you. It's going to help heal your heart, and it's going to help you fill your heart with the Christmas spirit, with holiday cheer is what it comes down to. So yes, enjoying those holiday traditions. And funny enough, fun fact, some of the pictures in this deck are pictures that I have actually taken myself. And this one, for example, I did take myself. This is Santa's Workshop at the Grove in LA. And when I lived in LA, that was one of my traditions. I would love visiting the Grove. Oh, there we go. We got another one. At Christmas time. because it was always super decked out, and that was like one of my happy traditions. So find some of your own. Okay, so next up, we have Stuck at Santa's Workshop. So I feel like this is just a good overall reminder. Once again, we had that, sorry about that, we had, okay, I may have to get a quick drink here, so hold on. I don't know where that's coming from. It's like, all of a sudden my voice is like, no, don't talk. So hold on one second. Okay. That was weird. That was like my throat chakra was just like, nope, stop talking. Like, I can't stop talking. I'm literally in the middle of a reading. Okay. So anyways, this reminder's ring a bell. I feel like we're getting multiple reminders here. Another reminder here being the Stuck at Santa's Workshop card. So I feel like Spirit is basically reminding you here, like, try not to grind too hard during the holiday season. Make room, make time for those traditions for you to enjoy with loved ones, with people who care about you. Work is a part of life, of course, yes. And I understand that some people, it may be harder to get out of work obligations or have more balance with that than others, especially during the holiday season. Like, if you're someone who works retail, like, obviously it's going to be pretty hard to have a work-life balance during the holidays, but I feel like this is a reminder to try to, as much as humanly possible, because the holiday season is so quick and it comes and goes so incredibly fast. So, you know, try not to get stuck at the job, whatever it is that you do, wherever it is that you work. And it doesn't matter whether it's in a store, in an office, even just at home. You know, try to make sure you're taking time for the fun of the season, that your life is not just all work, and you completely miss out on the holidays. Because sometimes we can use work as an excuse too, especially if we're hurting and we're healing and that kind of thing, especially when it comes to like a romantic situation or something. With our stingy Grinch, sometimes we can just like throw ourselves into our work in a sense to almost like numb the emotions. But don't do that. Don't do that, because those emotions are going to come around one way or another. We got to feel them, and it's better to feel them in the moment than suppress them, because if we do suppress them, when they eventually come back out, which they will, they're going to be bigger and nastier than what they would have been if we had just felt them in the first place. All right, so we also have the Snowball Fight card. Now, as you can see in this Snowball Fight card, I think they're all ladies here. Yeah, they look like they're all women. So we have a bunch of women here, and they're having a snowball fight. And the thing is, they look like they're having fun. They're smiling, they look like they're laughing, they're having a ball. So, you know, if you do get up to no good, if you do get up to some kind of shenanigans, whether it is a actual snowball fight or more of a hypothetical snowball fight, have fun with it. Have fun. Turn it into a game, if anything. Alright. Can I pick up all the cards here, please? Thank you. Alright. And, getting blitzed. Getting blitzed. So there could be the temptation to, to get wasted, basically. To get completely wasted, drunk, hammered, whatever. There could be the temptation to do this during the holiday season. And I mean, it could be from one of two different perspectives. I mean, one perspective could be if you're still all up in your head over like this Grinchy person, because I mean, that's a pretty strong energy that came out immediately first thing in this reading. If you're really up in your head about that person and you're allowing that merry madness and mayhem to take up in your headspace, you could wind up, in a sense, like drinking your sorrows away or drinking to the point of like numbing yourself and not having to deal with the situation. But obviously I don't recommend that. It could also be drinking in a sense where if you get into one of these snowball fight kind of situations where you're just having so much fun, you get a little overboard. Either way, I definitely feel like overboard is like the key word here in the situation. And you know what? We've all been there. We've all done this. We've all gotten wasted. Hell, you know, some people get wasted with their friends. Me, I get drunk with my mother. That's not normal. People should not be drinking with their mothers and getting drunk with their mom. But apparently this is what I do. So we've all been there. We've all done it. And there's no shame. There's no harm in it. I think it's just as long as you're being as responsible as possible. Most importantly, you're not driving in that state. You know, if you have to go somewhere, make sure there's a designated driver or an Uber or something like that. And hopefully this is not like a habitual thing where it's like a serious issue where it's like, okay, time to get some AA or something like that. But you know, the occasional thing, yeah, it happens. And, you know, and the other thing is, too, with the holidays coming up and everything, we got holiday parties coming. New Year's parties will be coming after Christmas. So there's lots of opportunities out there to have one too many. All right. Let's see if we can get one more card here before we wrap this up. And then I think we'll call it a night here on this collective reading. All right, we got one. It's like a fish, you know, we just reel it right on in. Nuttier than a fruitcake. I feel like that sums this up, all of this energy up very well. I don't feel like it's necessarily saying that there's a particular person who is nuttier than a fruitcake. I don't feel like it's saying like, oh, you're the one who's nuttier than a fruitcake, or this stingy, grinchy person is nuttier than a fruitcake. I feel like this is like the overall emotion of the situation and the holiday season. Like, for example, you dealing with this person, with this stingy Grinch person, it may make you feel nuttier than a fruitcake. It may make you feel like you're losing your mind, like this merry madness and mayhem. That's probably where a lot of grounding is going to need to come in, is what it comes down to. You know, grab yourself some tourmaline or something. Grab yourself some smoky quartz. Anything that's going to be like a solid grounding crystal. That would probably be very helpful for you. So yeah, it may make you feel nuttier than a fruitcake. And even if it's not that particular person that's making you feel like that, sometimes it can just be like the activities and the chaos of the holiday season making you feel like that too. Like, for example, if you are heavily burdened at work or something like that, that can make you feel nuttier than a fruitcake. You could be saying, I just want some time off or something like that. So yeah, I feel like it's the overall emotion of the holiday season. And then even if you were to not look at your own personal life and just the condition of the world right now, you know, you turn on the news, there's always something absolutely friggin' insane happening out there. And with the way of the world right now, I think all of us basically feel nuttier than a fruitcake. And I also feel like your stingy, grinchy person, they are your mirror. So if you are feeling nuttier than a fruitcake, they probably are too. And it's going to make them even more nuttier than a fruitcake when they get that cold, because they're probably not going to understand why. They're not going to get it at first, and they're definitely not going to be happy. But yeah, this is definitely the overall emotion, the overall essence of the reading and the feelings behind it. So yeah, I mean, no doubt you guys are definitely dealing with some turbulent energy this holiday season. I think Spirit definitely acknowledges that, but I also feel like Spirit has given you some hints and suggestions and clues to navigate that, to help you surf that tide a little bit better. It may not be perfect, but it'll definitely help you make the best of the situation is what it comes down to. So that's basically what I have for you guys. Once again, if the message didn't flow, just let it go. But if it did resonate, any part of it, now you know, obviously. So before I wrap this video up with you guys, I just want to ask you really quick to give this video a big thumbs up, because that helps me a lot right here on the YouTube algorithm. And drop me a comment down below too, even if it's just a simple small emoji. Anything involving interacting with this video is a positive thing for me, because it helps push this out to other people, which is what we want to have happen. We want other people to be able to see this, because other people may be able to benefit from this. And even if they can't benefit from this, maybe they'll enjoy the holiday decor portion of the video from the earlier half of it. But anyways, if you do enjoy listening to me ramble here on YouTube, I invite you to also subscribe. And if you do choose to subscribe, hit the notification bell, because if you hit the notification bell, you will be notified of every new update that comes your way, whether it's a brand new video or an update in the community section, or I go live, or whatever it is. You will be the first in the know. So I definitely invite you to do that if you haven't subscribed already. And I thank you and appreciate you so incredibly much if you already have. Also, you guys, if you enjoyed this deck and you are interested in owning this deck for yourself, you can own it for yourself. And you can do your own holiday readings all season long, and really any time of the year that you want. You want to do Christmas and July readings? Go for it. You'll have your opportunity here. So this deck, as well as a couple of my other decks, are available on my website, shadowandshine.com. And you can also find these decks on Etsy too. And also, if you guys resonate with me as a reader, aside from finding my oracle decks on my website, you can also find private readings available there as well. So I am always excited to help you and connect with you on a more one-on-one level in your own personal journey. So if that's something you're interested in, once again, head over to my website, shadowandshine.com. There's a whole array of them, ranging in all kinds of like budgets and situations, and it depends on what you're looking for. It depends on what your needs are. And finally, I know that, you know, speaking of budgets, budgets are tight right now. We're heading into the holiday season. People are going to be trying to afford Christmas presents for people. Inflation is out of control. So I know that it's not always realistic for people to be able to afford a private reading. So in that case, if you are still interested in being a part of my community and receiving readings, there is a way that you can do that still on a collective level. It would not be personal readings, but on a collective level, it would definitely be smaller scale, which means it would automatically be zeroed in and narrowed down, probably closer to your situation than on any public platform, that's for sure. So I do offer a Patreon, and on my Patreon, you can join as low as $1.11 per month for weekly collective readings. And at the $5.55 a month tier, you can join and get daily card pulls. So I definitely invite you to do that. Also at the $5 level, you can be a part of my Discord server and connect in a community there. You know, receive support and make friends there and share life and do life together there. It's a really fun place to be, so I definitely invite you to join me there as well. So yeah, Patreon is great. So I would love to connect with you guys there if you're interested. And also, if you do sign up at the $5.55 tier or higher on Patreon, the first 10 people who sign up at that level will automatically be entered into a drawing to win my autumn-themed oracle deck, Fallin For You. So you could win this. This could be yours for free. So if you're interested in winning that, like I said, head on over to Patreon. Join at the $5 tier or higher, and you will automatically be entered into that to possibly win it. First 10 people. So those are basically all the updates from Patreon to what's happening on my website and all that good stuff. I appreciate you guys. I know I ramble a lot, especially kind of at like the beginning and the ends of these videos, but there's always so much going on, and I don't want to like forget to inform you guys and just kind of like leave you hanging there or whatever. So I appreciate you guys for listening and working with me, working through that, all of that with me. But that is basically everything. I hope you guys enjoyed not only this reading, but of course the Christmas decor tour. I certainly enjoyed sharing my Christmas decorations, my tree, my ornaments, all that fun stuff. I enjoyed sharing that with you. So, yeah, that's basically it. But there's a lot more coming yet. The season is just getting started, so we have a lot more readings yet to come that are going to be very full of holiday joy, holiday shenanigans, and fun and cheer, and using this deck and all kinds of fun stuff. So stay tuned. It's really all just begun. So you guys have an amazing day, an amazing night, whatever time it is that you are watching this. I am sending you lots of hugs and much love. Keep sparkling.